That right there is Omale with Lolo, and it is on Kiss FM, Kenya's #1 hit music station. I am Chidon Glovo, and this is the Morning Kiss. Gotta let you in on something absolutely fantastic. This guy got married and did a whole video of his wedding and his proposal. Absolutely loving it, and I know you'll love that tune coming up. That is literally put it out in the next 9 to 10 minutes. But right now, though, it is Money Mondays, and I'm hanging out with Moni. Hi, I'm hanging out with Moni, with the one, the only. This baby, absolutely fantastic. I think we've known each other like 10 years.
Yes.
10 years. I don't know why we've never done this before.
I know.
Strangely enough.
This is the right time.
And you could be wondering who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the one, the only CEO and founder of Yallo Leather, Mercy Kyallo herself, in the flesh.
Yes.
It's been such a long journey for you.
Yeah.
I think seeing you now is usually exciting because I think I remember you selling shoes at one point. There's a point you sold shoes.
School.
You remember that?
You didn't even buy my shoes,
You-
first of all,
well,
in school.
Well, but your shoes, you were selling good shoes, I remember.
They were good
Because I think there was, it was at the time when, yes,
you remember
Ankara.
Ankara had just hit, and I was on the forefront of delivering those. And many people don't know that story about me, that I was hawking these things
Yes,
in
you were.
school.
Yes, you were hawking
And
them in
she
school.
told you can say the truth. I hawked it to you too. I used to walk with a big paper
Yes, you
bag
did. Yes, you
of
did.
merchandise.
Yeah.
And I think it was the start of knowing how to sell and
Yeah.
just being comfortable with sales.
Yeah. Because I think that's the core of a business. A business
It
is
is
selling.
actually, I know that business is innovation and marketing. So obviously sales falls under
Yeah,
marketing
yeah.
and product under innovation.
Yeah.
So if you learn how to sell, that is a skill you'll use forever in your
Oh,
life.
yeah. You must learn how to sell. And we're going to be talking about different parts of your journey.
Okay.
How Yallo Leather started. Because before you were just online.
Yes.
And then these days you have a store.
Yes.
I'm like, hey,
Yes.
Chika.
Yes.
And you've moved, I think you've been doing what, 6 years now? Or slightly less?
5 years.
5 years,
Yes.
right? About 5 years of Yallo Leather.
1 year of briefcase business and then 4 years of official business.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you look at the journey of before Yallo, so you're selling these things in uni.
Yeah.
Then you get into Yallo. What is in between selling the shoes, Ankara shoes, and starting Yallo? What happens in between there?
In between, I get a few jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Some I love them. Some from government, I hate them absolutely because it feels like you're not doing anything all day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to everybody who's employed by the government. It's just my story.
Yeah.
But then I also was employed by Transcend Media, which I think is one of the best and biggest advertising agencies in the country.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned brand strategy and
Yeah.
understanding brands and creating business and how, communication can be a solution to business problems.
Yeah. And we're going to be coming into how she came up with the name Yallo Leather and where it is so far and some of the tricks and things that she can teach you of how to survive in business in this country. Right now, though, here's Doja Cat, The Weekend with Your Rights. Right now, though, I'm hanging out with CEO and founder of Yallo Leather. I mean, clearly, Kyallo Yallo.
Yeah.
Do you know how I'm always fighting with guys when I'm telling them it's not Chalo, it's Kyallo?
Yes,
Because I remember that
Kyallo.
speech, how you don't call me Chalo, Kyallo. And I was like, it's Kyallo. No, but it's Chalo.
It is Kyallo.
How did we end up at Yallo Leather from Kyallo?
So it was such an amazing story. Initially, the company was called Batian.
Yes, I remember. Oh, I remember when it was
Remember
called Batian.
Yes.
Yes, aye, man.
I know. To
Batian. Yeah, I'm like, what? Yes, I remember Batian.
Yes, so Batian, I loved it just because of the peak of Mount Kenya, just that greatness.
Yeah.
But I had stuck in that name for so long, and initially that business was registered with a group of friends of mine that we were starting the business. But as time goes, when you're so goal oriented and you feel like people are, maybe slowing you down, we had to break off the group.
Yeah.
I had to find another name. And so I'm sitting with my designer, and we've been, at this time she's telling me she's charging me afresh because she's done so many artworks for me.
Yeah.
And she's like, now I'm charging you afresh. So someone just passes by at the parking, chilling, my designer called Esther. So someone passes by and she's like, hi, oh my God, I would call the business Kyallo bags.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I feel like there's every Tom, Dick and Harry in Ukambani is called Kyallo and Chalo. And so I don't want to do that. Then she's like, why don't you just remove the K?
Yeah.
And it's Yallo. And I was like, how brilliant. And surprisingly, the lady is called Yvette. So I understand how, because of her name starting a Y, she could see the Y as a name, the Yallo. So that's how Yallo was born. It was not my idea. It was a stranger's idea. I don't know how.
Are you paying that stranger some form of royalties?
Yvette, I hope you're blessed wherever you are.
Yeah, which is, I think it's interesting to see how some things are not at your hard thinking,
Yes.
hard thought. It's at your strategy.
And
all
some
those
things are not also you. Even as an entrepreneur, you don't really have to come up with every amazing idea or every solution.
Yeah.
I feel like from early on, that's what I learned. That, oh my God, other people, angels, people are going to walk by you and tell you the most amazing things.
Yes.
It's how you act on them.
Wow, absolutely interesting. And one of the things also, I know running a leather business in Kenya can be something. There was a point when I think we had a conversation and you were looking for leather, I think somewhere in Athi River or something of the sort.
Yes.
Are you importing your leather, using it locally? What are some of the tricks and hacks that you've learned so far?
I'm just like, I think you're too much of my friend to speak at this interview. You know too much about me at the river. But then, yeah, one of my suppliers is in Athi River.
Yeah.
And yes, all my leather, we get it locally.
Oh, wow.
Because the brand majorly is supposed to uplift Africa, uplift Kenya. And so it's uplifting Kenya in every way. And I wanted to be in manufacturing because I know it's the way to build economies. So we have to get everything from Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And also support Kenya, buy Kenya, build Kenya, proudly Kenyan.
Yes.
And I think that's something commendable, especially for entrepreneurs sometimes, about finding the solutions
Locally,
around you.
yes.
Local solutions.
Local
We're always
solutions.
going to China, but we have our stuff everywhere. around
Everywhere, and some cute stuff,
here.
actually.
Yeah. And I think that's commendable for you. You have so many different designs.
I do.
I have costas from you.
Yes.
That's one of the most interesting things you have. You sell
Yes.
costas as well. You
I
know,
do.
someone came to our house and was like, wait, Yallo has costas. I'm like, yeah. They do.
We have everything.
There's
And
so many different things you guys are doing.
Chito,
Yeah.
one of our goals is to be in every household.
Yeah.
In a way. It might be technologically, it might be a
Yeah.
bag, it might be something.
Yeah.
But just something from Yallo, because it represents Africa risings, Kenyans risings,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs living out their dreams. It's
Yeah.
a huge representation of that. So
Oh, yeah.
every household should have a leather product.
And we're
from
going to be
Yallo.
talking about some of how you get into creating these different ideas of different products,
Yeah.
what inspiration comes behind them, and we'll be getting into that right after this.
Morning Kiss with Kamene and Jala.
And Mercy Kyallo. In a business journey, different journeys and different stories and conversations, one of the things I feel us as young people really needs to get to a point where we can understand better is maneno ya tax.
Yeah.
You know how tax is, as Kenyans, it is our duty to pay taxes.
Yeah.
But the thing I want to understand, especially for you as a young person,
Yeah.
how was that journey in understanding the moments of, you know what, taxes have to be paid? How was that journey like for you in coming to that realization, understanding, and getting into all those things?
First of all, I'll say I was very afraid of tax. The word tax, it gave me nightmares.
Yeah.
But then I think I've also been, and I am still learning. I've been constantly trying to educate myself on the various taxes that I'm supposed to pay, and being a startup, what is allowed for me and what is not allowed for me. And I feel like I'll just tell every other person out there, you know, maybe you're starting a business, maybe you run a startup like me.
Yeah.
Find people to teach you.
Yeah.
We weren't taught in school. I wish we were.
I
but
wish that should be part of the curriculum
isn't
for high
that
school.
What is the main thing?
Yeah, because the rest
in
of your life you pay taxes
You
every
really-
month.
I feel like school really missed the whole point
That's
and
true.
gave you a lot of stuff, but the main point.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I think find someone to teach you. Find someone to teach you about VAT. Someone to teach you even how when you're not supposed to. Because I feel like that's also one of the things that people don't know. There's some taxes that you're not supposed to pay because maybe you produce in Kenya or you know there's some certain things that
There's
you know,
incentives that have been given for
incentives.
businesses
I didn't know
in
most
Kenya.
of those incentives, and also it's a hard work to learn. So I feel like I'm still learning.
Yeah.
That's where I'm still
No,
learning.
taxes is a learning curve
Yeah.
every single day. And
Yeah.
now we are like in COVID times.
Yeah.
And your business had to reinvent your wheel.
Yes.
You had to figure out how are we gonna survive
Yeah.
during COVID.
Yes.
And I mean you managed to get a new store.
Yes.
How is that new store coming through for your business?
I love my new store. I love where it is. I love Roslyn Mall as a business hub. It's beautiful inside there.
Oh
Actually,
yes, it is a beautiful store.
It's a beautiful store,
Very
and
beautiful
I
one.
love the ambience, the people there. It's private shopping. I just feel like it's a it was the best place to set up. Yes.
And you setting up there, what was the decision? Because I think also in a journey of business,
Yeah.
there's a point when somebody has to figure out where my location will be.
Yeah.
Because everyone talks about location is key.
Location is key, yeah.
What made you then settle for being on that side of town?
The major one was because our factory is in that side of town. That's the main
Look at
reason.
you.
Yeah.
Reducing those transport costs.
Yes, you have to actually, main thing in business is to reduce your costs.
Yeah.
So our business is there, and most of us, live near our workshop. So most of us it was easier for us to be in Roslyn. And secondly, I love the ambience, like I've told you. I
Yes,
felt
yes.
like my business would do well with the ambience of the mall and the way people shop there, the shopping habits,
Yeah.
the space. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it's not crowded, and there's free parking. Just saying. There I can't usually, it's so hard to have coins for paying parking.
Yeah.
I can actually literally not enter somewhere just because I don't have money to pay parking. Right.
Yeah.
But then, other than that, I feel like, you know what, I always thought we were online and we were going to stay online. When the decision came that we open a shop, I knew that we had gained so much ground in terms of being known.
Yeah.
People were going to come where we were.
Yeah.
That was the biggest plus of starting online, I can say, and being there
Yeah.
for 4 years. Because the minute we said, wait, but now we are at Roslyn, guys were like, okay, finally we can come. And Chito, it's so crazy. I've had guys come from Kisii, Muranga, Voi. I've had clients just want to come and experience the shop.
Wow.
From Mombasa, someone says, I just book for me an appointment from 2 to 5. I'll come. I experience shopping there, and that for me.
Yeah,
Is-
but
is an
I feel that's
accomplishment.
that's a great accomplishment. Even
Yeah.
as an entrepreneur, that's something that you look forward to, and you're like, people are coming from far and wide
Yes.
to see something that you've created.
Yeah, I've created, and also it's something that's been on people's minds, and we've not had a shop for so long, so they are excited and interested to see what's this thing after all this
In
years.
fact, we're going to be talking about decision on how to design a store, because your store it's amazingly
Thank you.
designed.
Thank
So we're
you.
gonna, because I feel as a journey of anyone who start a business.
Yes.
I think those are some things to consider and to look at.
And you never know until it's that time, and kumbe a design should be welcoming. Kumbe
The
customers
colors
should
should
feel
be
a
warm.
certain way.
Yes. We're going to be getting into all that right after this. Here is Lifestyle, Jason Derulo featuring Adam Levine. In 5 years, a lot of things have happened. From online, as you were talking last before, you said online.
Yeah.
Now you have your own store.
Yeah.
What goes into the design of the store? Because your design is very comprehensive. It's not like, tuliangukia tu.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell there was thought, there's feeling into everything.
Yeah.
What was that journey of that design like?
First of all, you never know what inspires you over time, but when you're given a task and you do it and suddenly it looks very nice or it has come out in a certain way. I've been greatly inspired by architecture that is in Lamu and the finishes there, and I feel like that Swahili culture is very nice, and it works so well with maybe modern African art.
Yes.
And so that was my main inspiration. And when it came to now let's have a shop, it's just not stock.
Yeah.
I tried to talk to various people. Okay, fine, let me not lie. I watch a lot of YouTube.
YouTube has helped a whole lot of us. A whole lot of us.
Just Google it, YouTube it. You don't even need to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, but truly, I spoke to Patricia from Creative Lights. She was so smart. She's such a smart woman in terms of, how lights make someone feel and how certain things make someone feel. And that's okay. So you might not know her from Creative Innovation Lights, but I feel like various people just advised me along the way. But I had the idea in my mind. I wanted this, like this palace that looked like it was from ancient Africa, and it was.
I remember you
amazing.
saying that at the launch of your shop.
Yes.
When you were talking about, even your theme was African theme.
Yes,
And you're talking
African-
about how you wanted the shop. And I remember that vividly.
Ancient African luxury.
Yeah, I remember that
You can
very
imagine
vividly.
2,000 years ago how Africa was amazing, how Egypt was growing and flourishing. That's the history we don't know.
Yes.
That's the history we don't have. So we have to recreate it.
Yes.
And so I'm here to recreate it.
And speaking of recreating,
Yeah.
COVID times have come. Everyone has had to reinvent the wheel.
Yes.
Us guys here at Kiss, there are people who do shows from home full time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, COVID has come and you have to
Yes.
figure out ways of reinventing
Yeah,
that wheel.
yeah.
How have you reinvented yourself in this corona? Because I know in COVID, some businesses have gone down.
Yeah.
Some businesses have really restructured and reduced.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine who owns an online marketing firm. He shut all shops.
Yes.
Everyone is working from home full time.
Yeah.
You guys at Yallo Leather, what have you done to try and move with the times of COVID?
I won't get into details. I'm glad you got the hint. But then we have had to restructure and we've had to kind of go with the times. But I'm so glad we had a really good kind of 2-year goal that was still running.
Yes.
And I'm glad that some of the things that we were implementing were going in line with how COVID was going.
Yeah.
For example, we have Nuki as a product. You know Nuki, the
Yes.
phone stand?
Yes.
It's not a leather product, but it's one of our products that was so helpful during COVID times because everyone was using their phone. Everyone was
Look at that innovation.
Right?
Look at you.
amazing.
Hey.
It came right in time. And just now we have launched our
Yeah.
new line of canvas bags. And they're amazing. They go for 5,800 for
Yeah.
a really great bag.
Yeah.
I think we are continuously trying to understand our market
Yeah.
and answer it.
Because I mean, I want us to go a bit back into the Nuki because I
Yeah.
think that's something that's very interesting. That
Yes.
you saw an opportunity where guys are now meeting on Zoom, guys
Yes.
are meeting on videos,
Yeah.
and you put that and said, you know what, we can put that product. And what was the reception like after such an innovation?
Oh my goodness, it's one of our best-selling products. Of course, because it's highly functional
Yeah.
and affordable. And we were so happy as a team. You know, we make mistakes. I make mistakes a lot. You think a product is gonna be loved by the market. You launch it with all your heart, and then 1 sale, 2 sales, and then maybe nothing. But then that was one of those, products that we launched and caught on so well. My listener, if you haven't seen it, just go check out
Look
the
at
Nuki.
you! Look at you plugging in.
Just go check out the Nuki from our website or
Yeah.
from our IG.
Yeah.
And it was so amazing.
And I think those are some innovation during Corona.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've not just gotten here as an individual. There's
Yes.
probably partnerships you've gotten along the way.
Yes.
How did you come into some of these partnerships?
Yeah.
It's always nice to know some of the conversations
Yeah.
around such partnerships.
I just want, for me, it's so important I mention them because, like I told you, not everything is my idea. I come here as one, but I have 10,000 behind me.
Yeah.
Right? I have, like, for example, we are partnering with Vescent Computing.
Yeah.
They are a company that kind of helps you grow as a small business. They help you with marketing.
Yeah.
They help you with digital, the digital
Yeah.
platform. So I don't think I know everything. As much as I'm a digital native brand, I have other people who help me. So for example, Vescent right now is doing free websites for some people and affordable websites for young entrepreneurs, or revamping your website at 3,000 bob, which I think is amazing. And they've done that for me and for my platforms. And also I could talk about partnership with my family, of course.
Yes.
My-
Family will always be there.
Let me tell you, and it's important to keep, for example, my sisters, both of them, Betty Kyallo and Gloria Kyallo, have really helped me in terms of marketing and also teaching me on what people like, because we're different people. They tell me, oh, we like slings, we like big handbags, we like what. So and till the end, till marketing it and posting on their social. So I think those are amazing partnerships that I have.
Which are very important partnerships.
Yes.
I mean, it's always important to look at the people who've helped you, and every entrepreneur has had guys who've talked to them. Thank you so much for coming through, Mercy.
Oh my gosh,
It's been
that's
amazing.
So nice. I can't believe I'm on Kiss. Mom, I'm famous now.
It's been amazing hanging out with you and just having to pick your brain about entrepreneurship. We're always talking about tunataka kwanza biashara.
Yeah.
I think it's always nice to have the practical conversations and the practicality. And that's what happens every Monday right here on The Morning Kiss with Money Mondays.
You might agree, or you might not agree.